This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay McLovin here with Tony. Gonzo will be with us in a few minutes here on the afternoon show. Lots to take in. Couple things going on. Obviously, some big breaking news today. How's everybody doing? It's warm. I swear to God, I went outside with a short sleeve shirt on, shorts, beautiful suntan. It's a beautiful day.
We're getting ready for some snow here. It's about 40 degrees here, but temperature's going to drop. Well, the wind's blowing about 40 miles an hour, even though it's 40 degrees. So you can imagine. And then the temperature's supposed to drop. And then we're looking at some snow, like 2 to 5 inches on Thursday and the Friday, and then maybe another 2 to 4 on Saturday. So.
I mean, let's be honest, Tony. You and Gonzo are not exactly the tallest people in the world. You get 3 feet of snow, I'm only seeing the top of your forehead.
That's true. No doubt about it. I can remember we had the blizzard of 78, and I was like 13 years old, and we went out on the back porch, and my brother throws me into a snowdrift, and it was up to my neck. I couldn't move. It was up to my neck. I remember that that was crazy. That blizzard of 78 in Indiana was nuts. Hey, let's move on. Some hot stove leak. Let's warm up things a little bit. Some big news coming out about an hour ago. Peter Alonso going to Baltimore, leaving the Mets, a 5-year, $155 million deal. Jay, do you think this is I think it's a big move, but will it help elevate Baltimore to the next level?
I think Baltimore has a lot of needs over there. I definitely think putting him in there is a good piece. He got a very similar contract to what Schwarber got. Schwarber's at 5 years, 150. So he got like $5 million more than what Schwarber got. So I think economically, it's a good deal for Baltimore. However, I don't know how much is going to move their needle. Baltimore still has quite a few pieces to go from last place to first place, and I don't know if a 30-year-old plus Pete Alonso is going to necessarily move that needle all the way there. They still got to address some more needs. It's a good pickup for them, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, Tony.
Okay. And Frankie, what do you think about that move, Alonso going to Baltimore?
I ain't worried about it. I ain't scared. Pete Alonso ain't show up for the Mets last year. It just shows that his age is coming up and his playing is decreasing. I tell you what, though, that park is a small ballpark, so I expect Pete Alonso to get more than 30, probably close to 40 home runs.
Yeah.
But in Baltimore in general, I mean, they had a good squad last year. I just don't know what happened to them. I think it was like the pitching. Gunnar Henderson didn't start the year off for like the first 2 months. So they had like a little bit of a slow jump into the season. But adding Alonso, it's a good key veteran move, obviously. But when I see Pete Alonso play last year, the way he played last year, and how, like, I'm not gonna say he was bad, but he wasn't great. Also, he wasn't the polar bear that everybody is used to seeing. So it doesn't scare me much at all. So I look forward to putting the spank on Pete Alonso multiple times this upcoming season.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Chris is supposed to be in. We'll get his take on it here in a little bit if he makes it in. I did want to move on. And since Frankie's on with us, let's jump into the Yankees. I had heard some news, Frankie, you may know more about this, that the Yankees are considered a favorite to land Japanese slugger Kasumo Okamoto. I'm probably not saying that right, but anyway, Frankie, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's a huge piece. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. I hope. Honestly, like, I'm tired of seeing reports because, listen, we have reports that we were favored to get Yamamoto. We were reported favored to get Sasaki last year, and we didn't. So now that it's been known that the Japanese pitcher that's coming on, I'm not gonna try and say his name because if Tony couldn't say it, I'm not gonna say it. But I did see that he came out and said, I'm not going to go to the Dodgers. I don't want to play with my friends. I want to play against my friends. So, like, that's the type of energy I love to see. And there's no better way to face your friends than to come to the team of baseball, which is the Yankees, not the Dodgers. It's the Yankees, and it's a great fit for us. I feel like we're back then in the days we used to be heavy favorites to land Japanese players. Now it's the Dodgers, but to get him into our rotation, it would look absolutely phenomenal because Carlos Rodon is not going to start the season off healthy. He's going to be on the injured list, having surgery on his arm. So, having Garrett Cole probably, I'm hoping Garrett Cole starts the season. If not, he's probably going to miss the first couple of weeks. But, having Max Fried, Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, he comes back, Cam Schlittler after the performance he had last year at the end of the season, adding on top of it with this dude coming in, that'll be a dominant rotation. I feel really confident that the starting rotation is going to look good, but I'm tired of hearing reports. I don't want reports. I want it to happen. I want my phone to blow up, and I want news to come out that's saying the Yankees got this person, the Yankees got that person, and it hasn't happened yet. So that's why part of me right now, Tony, has been quiet about the Yankees lately because I'm tired of seeing reports. If you guys notice, I haven't shared no reports from Yankees because all I'm seeing is this is the possibility. This is the news, and this is the rumor, and I don't want it. No, I want actual 100% accuracy. If we're gonna get this guy, I'm not gonna say it until I see it, which is why I'm staying quiet right now. But it'll be a great part of the starting rotation for the Yankees, Tony.
Let me ask you about this Japanese player. Who do you compare him to? Like, I don't know a lot about him. I'm gonna be honest. Who would you compare him to? That's somebody that's already playing in the leagues as far as his ability.
I'm sorry, I didn't. You said his abilities lacking.
Yeah. Who do you compare him to that's already playing in the majors? I mean, because I don't know a lot about this guy. I'm being honest.
Oh man, I can't compare yet. Okay. I feel like. I mean, I get what they're saying and stuff, but like you can't compare someone just yet who hasn't even played in our league. I mean, yeah, Tokyo baseball is totally different from American baseball, but I mean to compare him, because what if he comes out and he's just dominant, right? I mean, he could be just straight up dominant like Yamamoto was. I don't think I could compare him to anyone else in the MLB right now. I'm trying to think really hard, and I really can't at this moment. I mean, if we're gonna compare his lack of ability, it's probably gonna have to be like a pitcher on the Houston Astros, I guess.
Okay. Chris, I want to get your take.
I was waiting for Jay to look up.
Chris, I want to get your take on Pete Alonso going to Baltimore, 5-year, $155 million deal.
It's the afternoon, Joe.
It's not a bad move by Detroit getting Alonso. Alonso or Baltimore. I mean, I don't know why I said Detroit. I meant Baltimore. Baltimore, okay. Detroit, same thing. But anyway, no, it's not a bad move for Baltimore. He didn't have the season last year that we've been accustomed to him having, but he still can be a hell of a DH and still can hit the hell of the ball. Can still be a productive player for him. So yeah, I think it's still a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, I did see some news also, guys, on Boston that they're wanting to get 2 hitters. They're looking at Bregman. They're looking at Bo Bichette. They're looking at Ketel Marte. They was looking at Alonso, but he's gone. But they also having talks today with George Polanco. So they're wanting to target 2 hitters to beef up that team.
Who was this one?
This is Boston.
The Red Sox.
Oh, the Red Sox?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what they're looking at right now. What 2 hitters, if you was out of that group, what 2 hitters would you guys go for if you was Boston or even your team?
Yeah, I'm about to say it better be our team. I ain't fucking answering no question for a Boston Red Sox.
Look, I'm sorry, Frankie. Go ahead. I apologize.
No, you could go, Jay. You could go.
No, I was just gonna say. First of all, going back to, I was wondering about. So the Japanese player is it a pitcher they're looking at, or is it a hitter they're looking at?
He's a pitcher.
Okay. Is he lefty or is he a lefty or righty?
He's a lefty.
He's a lefty. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
The news I looked at was because I'm gonna try to say it again. Casuno. Let me say this again here. Casumo Akamoto, and what they was talking about was a Japanese slugger, a hitter.
Oh, you're talking. Okay, I was thinking about the guy that his first name starts with I.
Okay, yeah. So you're talking about Muntaka Murakami, the third baseman, and the pitcher is Tatsuya Imai.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's that. So again, I don't know. Like, I don't know these guys about as much as you guys do because I don't follow Japanese baseball as closely like that anymore. But Frankie, you guys do need a little help in that pitching rotation. And let's be honest, the influx of Japanese pitchers so far hasn't really given anybody. I mean, they've all looked pretty damn good. I haven't seen really one bad Japanese pitcher come into the league that hasn't had fairly good success. So. I mean, if you guys are able to land him, that definitely is going to help out your rotation, especially with Garrett Cole. Like you said, you don't know if he's coming back, and your rotation is taking some injuries and some hits. So you guys do need a lot of help on that pitching side of it, Frankie. So if you guys were to land him, I don't think it would be a bad idea. I'd be curious to see what the contract is on that. In terms of Boston, they just gave up Devers to keep Bregman. So they're pretty committed to keeping Bregman in Boston. I'd be very shocked if they didn't try hard to keep Bregman there. Number one, because he's a great defensive third baseman. Number two, he's a great leader in the clubhouse. And number three, he can hit the ball pretty well. He's a pretty consistent hitter in the playoffs and in the regular season. So I can't imagine them not wanting to bring Bregman back. Now, who they pair along with Bregman, like you said, they're looking for a second hitter. That's anybody's guess. Again, they got the Japanese guy out there, Yami or whatever. I don't know him. I don't know how well he hits the ball, but most Japanese hitters I've seen come over haven't had a problem hitting the ball either. Suzuki and all of them. I mean, they all do pretty well. So it's interesting because, it used to be a very long time that the South American teams and Caribbean teams were donating a lot of players to the league. And now you're starting to see a lot more Asian players, whether it be Korean or Japanese, coming into the league. And I'm starting to see more of an influx that direction.
Okay. Jay, I did see where Houston is interested in a Mets pitcher, New York Mets pitcher, left-handed pitcher Dave Peterson, and the possibilities are that they may the Mets are interested from Houston is outfielder Myers.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually saw Jake Myers linked to a different pitcher than the one you just mentioned. Okay. So, but they're shopping around. I think the Astros. Yeah. I've seen the Astros evolved in a lot of different players talking about having interests. I'm kind of like where Frankie's at. I want to see him actually do it before I can comment on it because they've been linked to a lot of people for a long time, and I just haven't seen the fruits come out of that labor yet.
Yeah, I know the Reds are also interested in the outfielder Myers from Houston. They've also been linked that they're interested in him. Also seen them linked to Kristen infielder from Tampa Bay, Brandon Lowe. I don't know why we need another infielder. I think we got plenty of infielders, so I don't know why we need another infielder. Pittsburgh's got a setup man for their bullpen, Gregory Soto, who pitched for the Mets and Baltimore last season. So they got him to be their setup man for their rotation. And Pittsburgh's been trying to spend money, man. They were in the race for Schwarber. They didn't get him, but I mean they were right there. I mean they offered a lot of money for him, so they're trying to get better. Chris, your take on the Reds and missing out on Schwarber and what you'd like to see him do now?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I know. Fire Terry Francona. I agree with you, Chris.
It didn't surprise me that they didn't get Schwarber because I didn't never expect them to get Schwarber. I know. For some reason, that became a big rumor during the season last year because of Schwarber's ties to Ohio. But I never saw Cincinnati spending that kind of money to bring in Schwarber. What I'm hearing a lot is that they're trying to get Marte, Ketel Marte, trying to sign him. So we'll see if that happens. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. That we really don't need another infielder. So I don't know why they're. They're so hell bent on that, but it'd be interesting to see what happens. Still pretty early in the process.
Jay, how do you feel about Houston? Looks like they're going to lose probably their main pitcher, and they're talking about this Peterson guy. When you said they was linked to somebody else too, Peterson was an all-star last year, but struggled the second half of the season. How do you feel about what Houston's doing right now?
Yeah, here's my thing on it. So far I haven't been impressed with who they've been trying to trade Jake Meyer for. The guy that I was talking about, I can't remember the guy's name. Most of he's not anybody that would really amount to anything that you would even know about, because I didn't know about it, and all the comments that were talking about it, nobody knew who this guy was. So that just tells me that I don't know if there's a lot of validity to that particular one. Maybe the Mets were for Peterson. That could possibly be there. I don't know much about Peterson, really, truthfully, either. Jake Myers is a good center fielder. He's great defensively. He's been in some conversation for Gold Gloves before. I mean, he's great defensively. He can cover the outfield. He has a fairly decent bat. I mean, he's not going to light you up. He's about a 245, maybe close to 250, batting average, which right now is the league average for batting average. So he's hitting the league average for hitting. So, I don't want to give him up because, like I say, he's great defensively. But if they're going to give him up, at least bring back somebody that, has some sort of relevance in the league.
I want to go back to Boston real quick. I know I'm going to make Frankie happy here, but they're in talks with Polanco. Polanco had 78 RBIs, 26 home runs last season. And if you keep Bregman, do you think that moves the needle for Boston, Jay?
Was that for Frankie or was that to me?
For you.
Okay, I'm sorry. So you said about if Boston moves, if Houston acquires Bregman? I apologize.
Excuse me. If Boston gets Polanco, they're in talks with Polanco. Polanco had 78 RBIs and 26 home runs last year. If they do get him, because they're in talks with him now, and if they keep Bregman, do you think that moves the needle for Boston?
I think Boston still has other needs. I think they're pitching. I think offensively it'll be great. Defensively it'll be great. I think Boston's needs though are a little bit deeper than that. I think Boston's needs are a little bit more in that pitching staff. They brought in Sonny Gray, that old ass 36-year-old guy. He's not going to move the needle for them. I haven't really seen them do a whole lot in that team to really move the needle from where they are. And I know Frankie's probably happy about that. I just haven't seen enough out of Boston to say it's going to move the needle enough to get up like into serious playoff talks or anything like that. I haven't seen that as of yet.
Okay. What about you, Chris? Do you think Polanco and Bregman would move the needle for Boston?
It'll help them. I don't know how much is going to help them, but no, I think it'll help him, and I also think Sonny Gray is going to help him more than what Jay thinks as well. So.
I do too, especially for the
better. I don't know if it's going to be enough to get them where they want to go, but I think it will make them better.
I just want to say one thing. The only reason I said that about Sonny Gray is I look at his age, I look where his ERA is, and I got to imagine that window for him is still kind of closing. So that's why I'm saying it was Sonny Gray. It's going to be a small window for him.
Well, I think he's on maybe a 1-year deal. I don't think he's on a big deal. And I think it's on like $20 million a year. So at today's rates, that's not bad. So I think they're trying to make a push to win it this year. I don't think they're looking long term with Gray. I'm not saying that he's going to be enough, but that's what they're looking at. Frankie, what player if the Yankees could get right now that's available would you like to see them get out of any players that are available?
Bo Bichette.
No.
I would honestly, and it's no knock neither. I mean, we're starting the season off with Anthony Volpe on the injured list as well. He had surgery on his shoulder that he injured midway to the end of last season. So we're in desperate need of shortstop. I mean, we did re-sign what's his name, Rosario, to come back. I'm at Rosario to come back. So I mean, I would love to see Bo Bichette come to the Yankees because that's a power hitter who loves to hit a Yankee Stadium, and it's a great shortstop that I feel will be a great need next to not only Jazz Chisholm but also Ryan McMahon at third base as well. So I would like to see Bo Bichette in a Yankee uniform. But to answer the other question before that, Boston, ain't nobody care about Sonny Gay. Ain't nobody care about Alex Barfbag. All right. Ain't nothing going to happen over there in Boston. They could sign whatever they want. They could do whatever they want. We all know where they're going to end up at the end of the season, and that's under the Yankees.
I tell you what, though, he says that right about Alex Bregman, but I guarantee you, if Alex Bregman was going to New York, Frank would be over the damn moon right now because he knows exactly what Alex Bregman brings to the team.
I'll tell
Don't
you right
let
now.
that.
if
That's
Alex-
just Frankie being a hater right now. Don't
I'll
let
tell you
Frankie
right
hate.
now, Jay. I'll tell you right now. If Alex Bregman was to come to the Yankees, I'll be pissed because the only thing he'll be good at is his defense and not his bat. I don't give a damn. Where was he? Where was he last year, Jay? He was on the Red Sox. Did he make it far? No, he got beat by the Yankees. So why would I want somebody on my team when we beat him? Get Alex
See,
Barfag
that's
back to
just
Houston.
that right there. That's just showing
Get
the hate
Alex
right there.
Barfag back to Houston.
That's just showing the hate. We can move on now. He just in his feelings right now.
Okay, Jay. Anybody out there? Any player that's available? I mean, they have to be available.
Oh, I
Would you
already know
like
who
to
I
see?
want. I already
Who you-
know. It's gonna be Screwball. If I could do anything, I would trade Fernandez or Valdez, which I don't think we can because he's I think he's up for, so we can't even trade because he's up right now. But I would love to see Screwball come to the Astros. I think that you pair him up with Hunter Brown. That's a nice 1-2 punch. And then Javier will be coming back. He'll be a whole year, or he's already been back in the league now, so I expect him to have a full training camp with that surgically repaired arm. I mean, we got some guys that can pitch, but if we could get a guy like Screwball in there, that would be a nice 1-2-3 punch.
You want Scooble. Scooble don't want you, though.
That's not
Chris,
necessarily
what
true.
Chris, what about for the
100.
Reds? Who would you like to see the Reds get? If somebody that's available.
Somebody that's still available. I'd have to look to see who's all available. Either a pitcher or a big bat would be the two. I don't know all the names available to be honest with you. So I would have to look.
I'm kind of like Frankie. I like Bo Bichetti. I think that
Bichette would be a good one.
I think he would make an impact with the Reds. I really do.
Scooble wouldn't be bad either as a pitcher.
No,
but either a pitcher or a big bat would be.
What about even Dylan Cease? I think Cease is available, isn't he?
No,
he's a pretty good.
No,
I
think he signed.
Did he sign?
Yeah, he went to Toronto.
Yeah, he went to Toronto for like a 6-year deal.
Don't matter. Another one we're gonna have to smash.
All right, guys, you guys got anything else on baseball before we move on?
Yeah, I do. Stop. If you're a Reds fan, stop thinking you can get Scooble because Terry Francona is not good enough to get good players. Yeah. Other than that, that's my last thing I gotta say.
Okay. All right, guys, let's move on to a little college football. Want to talk a little bit. I know it was brought up last night. We was talking about Lane Kiffin. Of course, left Mississippi, and they wouldn't let him coach. But they're letting about all the other coaches, assistant coaches, stay and coach. And I know Chris. I think Chris brought it up last night. So you guys just take on. I mean, what the hell's the difference? If you're going to let the entire staff stay, why didn't you let Kiffin stay and coach it? I think it was just the athletic director being butthurt. But Chris, your take on that?
Yeah, it just don't. To me, it don't make a lot of sense. I don't. Well, to start, I didn't have a problem with Ole Miss saying that he couldn't coach. Okay, I understood why they were saying that because you're leaving us, going to our rival in the conference. So I get that part. I got both parts of it. I understood why Kiffin wanted to stay and finish, and I understood why Ole Miss was saying no. But then to do this to me makes no sense. Like at first you said the coaches that got on the plane to leave with Kiffin, they weren't going to be allowed back. Well, then you changed it and you let Charlie Weiss Jr. come back. You say you're going to let him come back and be the offensive coordinator, which I thought was a good decision. But now there's 4 other assistants that are going to be LSU coaches with Kiffin that have left and went back to Ole Miss with Weiss Jr. to coach this game. So you basically have the same coaching staff that you've had all year, but the main guy. To me, that makes no sense. If
you know what it tells you, Chris.
You should just let Kiffin finish it. But they knew they didn't have a chance in the playoffs without any of them guys, so they're trying to give themselves their best chance. And then the athletic director, to me, he let his personal feelings get into it. He was hurt because Kiffin decided to go to a different university.
Yes,
and now he's trying to backtrack a little bit to save face because, hey, put it this way. When's the last time Ole Miss has ever been in this situation where they have a chance to win a national championship? Like, so he doesn't want that to pass. But yeah, to me, it's pretty stupid. Like, if you're going to let the whole coaching staff coach, you should just let Kiffin finish it out and then move on.
I agree with you 100%. Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, Chris, at the end of that, he really hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what it was, man. That athletic director got in his feelings, got hurt because Lane was going to leave to go to LSU. So he made an emotional decision and says, all right, get the hell out of here. But he tried to cover it up saying, I don't want him talking to my players. That wasn't what it was. He just didn't like it because he felt like he got shited by Kiffin when he went to LSU. And I know he sat in his office thinking like, damn, we ain't got nobody to lead this team. Well, I can't bring Lane back because then I'm going against what I said, and that's going to make me look even worse. So let me just go ahead and bring back the athletic staff so where I can bring back the people, but still save a little bit of face. I think that's just all the athletic directors saving face, bringing the staff back, but not bringing Kiffin back. That tells me everything I need to know. Because if he really cared, he would have brought Lane back too. But he's in his feelings about Lane.
Yeah. Frankie, you got to take?
Honestly, it's all stupid. Why would a head coach, like, honestly, like, really look at it? Why would a head coach, and I get it, you get a better money opportunity, you get a better job. It's LSU, SEC, it's huge. It's huge. And I fully respect that, you want to go to coach a different team. But why would you want to do this late? Look at what you did for Ole Miss. You just put them in the playoffs with a position to win a national championship. You yourself could have been a national champion, but no, you want to think of the bigger picture for yourself and for your family. Like I said, I get it, but you should have waited until the end. All right, you should have waited until the end where your season is fully ended. There was many opportunities at the time where Jim Harbaugh was getting offers from everywhere else, even the NFL. He didn't announce it until when? Until after he won a natty. He didn't announce anything. That's what you got to do. And then you got the athletic director at Ole Miss being butthurt, like you guys said, because this guy left us before playoffs even started. Now we're in a really we're in a pickle jam here. We don't know what to do. Okay, well, wow, he just threatened our coaching staff was saying, who's gonna come with me? If you're not coming with me, then don't show up. Blah blah blah. It's all publicity, stupid shit. Excuse my language. I apologize. It's ridiculous. On both sides, it's ridiculous. You had a coach that shouldn't have announced. I'm serious. You had a coach that shouldn't have announced anything. If anything, you should have told LSU, yeah, I'm gonna take the job. Just don't announce anything yet. I'm in the position right now to take this team into the playoffs. I'm in a position to win a national championship. Let's see what else I can do. Just wait on, but I will accept the job. Then you got the other guy that's like, oh, well, you know what? The hell with you. You took the job. We don't want you back. But any other coaching staff that want to go with you, that's totally fine. But if you want to come back and coach for us in the playoffs, we're totally going to accept you, except for that asshole that didn't want to stay with us. Grow up. Grow up.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo. Everybody in the world know Ole Miss is going to be a one-and-done team in the playoffs anyway.
I look at it from a legacy standpoint. If I'm a coach, I want to be I want my name to be in the likes of, a Saban or, whoever, right? That the great coaches, right, of that era. And I feel like if he would have stayed with Ole Miss and got the championship at Ole Miss, that's resurrecting a program and giving them something they've never had. Saban, even when he went to Alabama, he resurrected Alabama and made Alabama what Alabama is. And that's why Saban is looked at so greatly. Lane Kiffin is known for going from program to program to program. They started off there with Tennessee, then the bad blood when he left Tennessee. Kind of does the same thing at Ole Miss. Now there's bad blood at Ole Miss. I just feel like if you go to LSU and you win a championship, well, everybody's won a championship there. It's not like the greatest thing ever. Okay, it's a ship. We got one. We had one several times back before that. You get one at Ole Miss, that's a big freaking deal because they've never had that. And you were responsible for resurrecting that program. I just feel like for him, I understand why he did it because it is an attractive place to go to. It's going to be easy recruiting. You've already got it. It's going to be a lot easier there. But man, sometimes that path isn't always the best path. I think the path that he was on and what he's doing at Ole Miss was far more impactful than what he's going to do at LSU.
Unless he builds a dynasty, unless they win like 3 in a row or something, which I'm not saying that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Guys, I had a couple other things on college. First of all, Chris, I don't know if you've seen this because I know you was taking a nap. Big Ten championship game, 18.5 million people watched the Big Ten championship game. the biggest watched college game of the weekend. So I thought that was cool. And the other thing, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant. I don't know where some people get this shit. They come out and said that Notre Dame would have been favored to beat most of the teams in the tournament other than IU, Ohio State, or Georgia. They would have been favored over every other team. They'd have been favored over Alabama. They'd have been favored over Mississippi. Why? Who the fuck did they beat? I mean, you played two ranked teams and you lost to them. And your best win is a 15th ranked USC. So why would they be favored over Alabama? Did they beat any of the teams Alabama beat? No. I don't understand why Notre Dame gets I mean, don't get me wrong. They played good and they beat a lot of teams by 35 points, but the teams weren't very good. I mean, just like IU was beating up all teams that wasn't real good. I mean, IU beating teams 55-3. They beat it Purdue 55-7 or whatever it was. They should have beat them that way. Notre Dame should have beat them teams that way too. So I mean, fuck Notre Dame.
No, I get it. I'm right there with you. I feel the same way.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but who Texas A&M beat?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
You can say that about any team. You can say that about any team that's in the playoffs, basically.
Well, I disagree with you there. Alabama,
almost any team other than Alabama,
Oregon, Oregon iffy, but Oregon's
Alabama, Indiana. Because Indiana has played Ohio State, Oregon, so I mean,
Oklahoma's got a couple good wins.
I mean, there's a lot of teams you can say about in that top 12 though that really didn't.
But Mississippi only had one loss, and that was to Georgia, and they blew it. So why would they be favored over Mississippi?
Well, I'm not saying they should, but Vegas would have had them favored over most of those people in there because they feel
they said they'd have them favored over Alabama. I just don't see what they did.
I would honestly, the way the two teams have been playing at the end of the season, I'd have had would have Notre Dame favored against Alabama in the head-to-head game.
To me, it would have depended where it was. If it was Alabama, I'm going with Alabama.
I'm saying, I can see that because Alabama hasn't looked good for a month. Just to be honest,
they did.
They really haven't looked real good for a month. So I could kind of understand that one. But yeah, I get what you're saying though. But here was my thing. People kept using that argument when they didn't think Notre Dame was going to get in. Well, they'd be favored against these teams. They were favored against Miami and lost.
Yes.
It is notable. Though.
Don't mean you're going to win. Like that's why you play. That's why you play.
Yeah. Hey, it is important to note though that A&M did beat Notre Dame though back in September 13th they beat them.
Yeah.
Now granted it was 41-40, so it's not like they blew them out or anything.
No.
Yeah.
Last second play. I watched
Notre Dame could have easily been undefeated. I mean, I'm not taking anything away, but they wasn't. That's the thing. You lost those two.
Jay, everybody's saying how bad Texas or how bad Notre Dame is. They shouldn't be in because they played a weak schedule. They're terrible. No, I'm not saying you're saying that, but there's a lot of people. If you're going to say that, then that makes that Texas A&M win against Notre Dame no good. That's not if Notre Dame's really that bad.
No, I understand what you're saying. It diminishes the credibility of the win.
Yeah, how's that a good win if Notre Dame's really that bad?
Yeah.
And I did hear some rumors Notre Dame might join that one conference with I think it's the Big 12.
I think it kind of comes down to Notre Dame got the wins they needed to get, but they didn't get or they got wins, but they didn't get the wins they needed to get. That even though they only lost by a point, that's still a loss to a competitive team, and they didn't get it. They didn't get it done.
See, I understand why they're upset because Miami jumped them at the end. But I felt like Miami should have been a front of them before that, but that they wasn't, and that's where the committee screwed the pooch. But I think head-to-head should count.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all made points about how the system is flawed, right? I mean, I don't think either one of us really believe that Tulane or JMU should be in the playoffs. No. I don't think that, but that's the format, and so you got to play the format that you're given. I mean, I understand what Chris is saying about Notre Dame. I also understand what I'm saying about A&M. I mean, there's a lot of, but again, this is what the writers do when they go into the room, right? You got a bunch of people saying this, and a bunch of people saying this, and then they got to come up with some kind of thing in the middle that makes everybody happy.
Let me ask Frankie, do you think Notre Dame's better than Alabama?
Oh, you know he's going to say that.
Are you kidding? Are you really kidding me right now?
I'm not saying, man, you asked Frankie that question. You've been up and asking Chris that question.
So I think Frankie's usually pretty fair. I mean, I know you're.
No. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Chris said, Alabama, we really haven't looked good the last month, to where Notre Dame has been looking a little bit better, you know. But it also comes down to, like you guys said, who has Notre Dame been playing? They haven't been playing, you know, any top 10 or any top 12, 25, anything like that. They've just been playing low school teams. So I mean, I get why everybody's upset, and I get all your guys' point of view, but at the end of the day, I don't care. Listen, and I'm gonna be honest, like as a fan, I don't care. You're gonna cry because you're not in it. Then you're gonna cry when you are in it because you're gonna lose your first game in it. You want to know why you're gonna lose? Because you haven't played any tough teams. Any of those teams that are in there, I don't care what the media is saying. Oh, your favorite to beat all these other teams. No. If you were in it, if Notre Dame was in it, I guarantee you they would have been a one and done team. If they were in a position of Alabama right now, because Alabama plays Oklahoma, if Notre Dame was to go to Oklahoma and play Oklahoma, I guarantee you Oklahoma would have blown Notre Dame out. Guarantee it. So I'm tired of, like, honestly, like, and I get why we have to talk about it, but it's really aching me. That's why I've been muted this whole time, because it's aching me. It's been days and days and days now that everybody's talking about Notre Dame. Stop crying about this shit. All right, it's a committee thing. We've all dealt with this at some point in our times of our college teams. We've all been there. I was there last year. I think we were the second team out. All right, so we were 13 seed. We were literally right there. And I didn't make it. You didn't hear me coming in here crying about it. No. But you got Notre Dame. Oh, it's not fair. We're not in there. There's Alabama in there, but we're not. Cry to your mother for Christmas. I don't give a damn. You're not in it.
I mean, if I was Notre Dame, I wouldn't be complaining about Alabama or anybody like that. I'd be bitching about why it's Tulane and JMU in there, and I'm not in there.
Jay,
you got more of a gripe against them two teams than you do against Bama. Let's be honest.
But that's the thing. You can't cry and you can't complain about that, because that's conference champion.
Oh, for sure.
Hey guys, I gotta go. Pick up my grandson. You guys have a good day, and see everybody tomorrow.
Why you got to pick up your grandson? Make him walk. You made Chris walk when he was young.
Yeah, that was him leaving.
He didn't hear it. He didn't hear it. Damn it.
No,
Chris. I try to help Chris out. He made Chris walk all those years when he was a young kid. That's why Chris got bad knees now.
Man, okay. So what is today? Today's Wednesday, so that means Thursday. Let's talk the Thursday night game. Oh no, we're not gonna talk Thursday. We'll talk that tomorrow. That's what I wanted to come back to. I'm glad I said football, though. So, no, actually, I can't. We already talked about it. I was going to talk about the Lane Kiffin thing, but we already talked about it. What else is up there that we need to talk about? Or have we talked about everything? Phillip Rivers?
At this point in the NFL, teams are able to lock in playoff spots, such as my Patriots. We're able to lock in some playoff spots. Chris, I want to get your take, brother. Phillip Rivers is now in Indianapolis Colts. He's officially signed, 44 years old, coming back to Indy. How do you feel about it? Are you feel more comfortable with Phillip Rivers at the helm now compared to Daniel Jones starting the season?
No, I wouldn't. I don't feel more comfortable now. I'd much rather have Daniel Jones playing, because Phillip Rivers hasn't played for 5 years. But I understand what the Colts are doing. Riley Leonard, who came in as a rookie, he came in and played after Jones got hurt. Didn't play bad, by the way. Played decent, but he has a hurt knee, so they don't think he's going. They don't know if he'll be able to play Sunday, so they don't have no quarterback. Our backup quarterback during the game the other day was our rookie tight end Tyler Warren. When Daniel Jones went out, Tyler Warren was our backup quarterback after Riley Leonard because of Anthony Richardson has a broken orbital bone from that damn accident he had. Excuse me. But I understand why you go with a guy like Rivers. I know I see people saying it's a joke. He's 44 years old. I understand all that. But he knows the offense. You're in week 15 of the season. You don't have time to bring somebody in and try to teach them the offense and get everybody on the same page. You have a guy that knows this offense, has known this offense ran this offense basically his whole career, and he's been teaching this offense to a high school team that he coaches that just won a state championship. So it's been fresh in his brain. So he knows the offense. The thing with Rivers is going to be, can we protect him? Because he can't move.
Yes.
He ain't going to have mobility. Yes. If we can protect him and give him some time, he can still throw the ball. Like I'm sure he still has an arm. It's going to be, can we protect him? But
my thing that gets me on this, and I like it really well, is your head coach and Phillip Rivers. They were together back on the Chargers. So I mean, these two have a connection that dates back more than like almost 10 years ago. So I mean, this is going to be a good connection between the head coach and Phillip Rivers. I think it's more of a say that Phillip Rivers. I'm just saying this because I saw it on a meme. Okay, I saw it on a meme. Matthew Stafford is about 300 yards away from passing Phillip Rivers on the all-time passing yard list in the NFL. Phillip Rivers looked at that and said, "Oh hell no! Oh hell no! I'm coming back. I can't have Matthew Stafford pass me right now. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get some yardage, and I'm gonna make sure Matthew Stafford don't pass me." Jay, Chris, I guarantee you, Matthew Stafford still passes Phillip Rivers at the end of the year.
Well, I think Chris hit the nail on the head. They got to protect him. If you can't protect him, then it's useless bringing him in. And that offensive line is going to have to go to the next level to protect him. But if they can do that, and if they can give Jonathan Taylor some decent holes to run through, that's still a very viable team. You got Tyler Warren as your safety net. You can always throw it down to him. He's good for that. You got good receivers, got good coaching, like you said, like Gonzo said plenty of times. There's a chemistry there between the coach and the quarterback. So you got everything you need. The only thing you don't have is a younger version of Phillip Rivers. But I saw him throwing at that practice. He looked like he still had some good zip on the ball. He can still locate the ball. So if you can keep that man upright, then you still got a shot at it.
Hey, all I know is it's going to be interesting one way or another. So I'm here for it. Either it's going to go good and it's going to be a great story, or it's going to go real bad and it's going to be funnier. It's going to be funnier than hell. So either way,
I just want to see Rivers come off the field with his helmet cocked sideways, looking at Riley Leonard. I gave it my best, young buck, but you got to go in there now.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that's basically a year younger than me. Well, basically 11 months. He's 11 months younger than me.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, he's old. Rivers been in the game a long time.
He just turned 44 like the day before they announced that he might get signed. So he's 11 months younger than I am.
I know that Phillip Rivers is old. I didn't know that it was that close. Chris, I know you up at there in the age, but I didn't know you were Phillip Rivers. You're Tom Brady's age, bro. You're like up there with the Ben Roethlisberger. Chris, come on, man.
Hey, look, you know what's crazy? George Blanda played till he's 48 years old. There's a lot. I mean, there's quarterbacks that have done it. It's not that he can't do it. It's just going to be.
He was 45.
Yeah, Brady's an anomaly, though. You know that. That dude put so much damn money in his body, genetically wise. I mean, it's crazy.
Blanda played longer than he did, so he ain't too much of an anomaly.
Yeah, but you're talking about two quarterbacks for like a million years. Shut your pie hole. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I actually wanted to talk about this. I don't care about what Dan says. All right, I don't care what Dan Orlovsky
Nobody
says.
wants to see that.
That's a man who doesn't even know where the end zone is or where the out of bounds line is. I don't care what he says. Okay, I don't want to see Rodgers or Rivers. That's just AARP AFC Championship game right there. We're not even going to call it the AFC title game. We're going to call it the AARP title game. That's like kind of watching Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Flacco a couple weeks ago. It was just absolutely ugly. Drake May is he grew up a Phillip Rivers fan. He grew up a Phillip Rivers fan. Phillip Rivers is now back in the NFL with the Indianapolis Colts. I really hope, Chris, that he turned it around for you guys and we meet each other again in the AFC Championship game, because it'll have so much backstory to it, to where a young Drake May and Phillip Rivers, before this season started, Phillip Rivers actually was practicing showing Drake May some throws and everything like that before the season started. So Drake May actually learned a little bit more with Phillip Rivers before the season started. So the backstory on that in the AFC Championship game will be absolutely amazing to see Drake May versus his mentor and the person he loved watching football growing up, in Phillip Rivers, against the Colts. And nothing would be happier than to have a AFC title revenge game between the Patriots and the Colts. It'll be amazing. We all know the outcome of that game. The Colts are obviously going to get dominated, obviously. But it'll be amazing to see. I had to throw that in there. I had to throw that in there.
Also, I know Drake May was, like you said, with Rivers, but then his other big fan of Cam Newton, right?
Yeah, the hell with Cam Newton. He stopped doing. You seen the one game where he did the Superman thing?
Yeah, and then Cam Newton started talking shit. Cam Newton started running his mouth.
Yeah, Cam Newton want to start running his mouth. Then the next week, Drake May runs in for a touchdown. Stephon Diggs run up to him, thinking he's gonna do the Superman thing, and Drake May just looks at him like, "Nah, we ain't doing that shit. Nah, we're not doing that no more." And you know what? Good for him. Cam Newton's a douche. I hope Cam Newton's hat one time gets stolen, because his hat looks stupid. He looked like a freaking grown man from a Children of the Corn movie with that stupid hat.
Never did understand Cam Newton's style. Like, he's got a weird style.
I'll probably gonna piss people off, but he looks like a black Willy Wonka.
He does, yes.
Oh, that's some funny shit.
Because Ryan Clark came on First Take one time.
Hold on a minute. I feel like that. Yeah, that definitely calls for it. Listen. Like, hold on. We gotta. Hey, listen. We love all versions of Willy Wonka, not just the black version. Okay.
There's never been a black version.
That's what I'm saying. He could be the black version. We can make a new movie and he could be Willy Wonka. He looked with the hat and everything.
So stupid. I can't stand Cam Newton anymore. and this is coming from a man 5 years ago, after Tom Brady left, who came out and called the New England Patriots the New England Patriots. Now I'm just like, I can't stand this dude. He pissed me off. Like, and I get it. It's the same thing with Jay. How Jay's been saying, Charmin Ultra schedule all year, and that's what Cam Newton is trying to say. But then he tried to flip it. Once Drake May opened his mouth, he tried flipping it like, "Oh, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it in a different way." Like, no. Be a freaking man with your stupid hat.
Yeah, he said it was fool's gold.
Fool's gold, yeah. But then you know what? You know what's funny? What's really funny is you were on the New England Patriots, and at that time, I think we had a pretty decent schedule, and you couldn't even win more than 5 games.
There was times he couldn't throw the ball 10 yards. It was weird when he was a Patriot.
I know.
That was one thing that should have never happened. He got there on name alone and couldn't back it up because his body probably wasn't where it needs to be. It is what it is. I will say this though, in terms of the Patriots, I think that'd be interesting. How would you? I mean, again, it would have to be. It ain't gonna be in the AFC Championship. I don't think the Patriots are gonna make it that far. But and that's no disrespect, but I just don't think you guys are ready for that yet.
That's crazy.
I don't think so. I just don't think the Patriots. I'm not bought into the. I know you're bought into it because that's your team, but I'm not bought into it.
Team. It's not even.
That's your team. Yeah,
I know, but I'm not even saying that. Listen, listen. I wouldn't sit here and say we're making it to the AFC Championship game. That's Tony. He says that. He would literally sit here and say, I think the Patriots are going to be in the AFC Championship game. He really would. Me, on the other hand, because I'm a fan, I say I take it 1 week at a time. Right now, I'm focused on Buffalo. Right now, I'm focused on winning the AFC East. I'm not focused on the AFC Championship game. But when the playoffs come, I do think that my boys have the potential of making the AFC Championship game, not only because our offense is decent. We have a line that protects Drake May. Drake May is a really great, accurate thrower, which is why he's the number one completing percentage passer this year, number one. And our defense is stacked. Our defense has always been stacked. I trust in our defense. It just comes down to what mistake are we going to make if we are in that position, right? Yeah. If we're in the position, the only outcome will be if we lose it is because we made a mistake somewhere. That's the only reason I feel that we probably won't make it. Other than that, I feel like I can really say right now that we have a potential chance to make the AFC Championship.
Yeah, I just think that You know, and I'm a Cowboys fan, but I you got to put respect on what Houston's doing, man.
Joe, we beat the freaking Buffalo Bills already. Damn it. We beat
right now,
them.
hey, that defense though that Houston's got going on is probably the best defense they've had since they became a franchise. I was looking at their points per game. It was like back in 2015, they were like at 19 points averaging per game, and this year they're averaging only they're at 16 points. So they shaved off about 3 points in terms of how many points that defense gives up. And that offense, I mean, it's just a matter of time before that really gets matched up to where the defense is. So I think a lot of you guys are going to have a big. I think it's going to go through Houston. You know, I think it would have probably gone through Indy had Daniel Jones not gotten hurt. But I think that Daniel Jones injury was going to take him out of it.
You know what, Jay and Chris? I wanted that game so bad. I wanted a Patriots versus Colts with Daniel Jones. I wanted it so bad because, and I think Chris knows this in his head, because ever since before week 1 has started, I've been telling Chris and Tony that it's going to happen. Daniel Jones is going to downfall the Colts at one point, and it's going to happen in the playoffs. And I was really hoping that it'll be Daniel Jones and the Colts versus Drake May and the Patriots, and we'd be the ones to do the downfall for the Colts, and I could just rub it in Chris's face saying, yeah, see, I told you, and it can't be in the hands of my boys. But now it can't. And the way that the Houston's defense has looked, I'm going to tell you guys right now, any team in the AFC, and this is coming from me as well, a Patriots fan, any team in that AFC playoff picture should be scared to play up against that Houston defense. I'm 100%. I've been watching these guys for the last 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
That defense is unbelievable.
Yeah. And I think it's just because they have a good leader at each one of the positional groups within that defense, between Hunter, Stingley, and that other kid. I mean, they have great leadership in that defense.
Don't overlook that Denver Broncos defense. They're right.
Oh no, not at all.
They're right up there. Almost just as good as that Texans defense.
No, Chris, you hold your energy. No, Chris. 5 weeks ago, we were on the same energy, Chris. We were on the same energy 5 weeks ago, Chris. We don't believe in that Denver Bronco. The hell with that shit.
Well, the part I am not 100% sure on in Denver is their offense. I like their defense. Their offense is what has kept me from being full in on Denver. Kind of the same thing with Houston. Houston's defense is real good, but their offense has struggled. They played a little bit better the last couple of weeks, but that's going to be the key to both them teams. To me, is going to be the offensive side. The offense is going to be able to do enough to complement their defenses.
Yeah, and that's why I figure we got 3 or 4 more games for Houston to go through to really.
I thought you weren't a Houston fan. Where the fuck was we coming from?
No, we as the whole league.
I knew it.
You heard it, didn't you, Frankie? We.
No, I said we as the league. I said we as the league have about 3 more weeks left in the season. I was not talking about the damn Houston Texans. Come on, see, man, you're just over there.
Cut, copy, paste. We're pasting that.
he just mad because his quarterback's down, so he's just trying to take a shot. I get it. Look, I get it, man.
What he was saying that when his quarterback was up.
No, but seriously though, the Texans, right, have 3 or 4 more weeks left to really get that offense honed in where it needs to be to match with the defense is putting out. I don't think they are far from that. I mean, I think every week they've shown that they've improved every week. So I'm looking forward. I think that I would not be surprised if the Texans are in the Super Bowl. Would not be surprised one bit.
I would be. That'd be insane.
That would be insane.
That would be insane. But if it really does happen, then that just goes to show right there. That team right there will be a perfect example of defense wins championships. I swear to you.
You're right. I think it's either going to be Houston and the Rams, or it's going to be Houston and the Seahawks. I really think it's going to be one of those 2 teams from the NFC that's going to go against Houston in the Super Bowl. And the only reason I can't pick one of those 2 is because both of those teams are pretty damn good at what they do. They both have great defenses. They both have great offenses. I mean, you can split hairs with Seattle and the Rams, honestly.
I could tell you who don't got a good defense and don't got a good offense, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, listen, this is the first time in 9 years that they're probably not going to be in the playoffs. That's crazy when you think about it.
It's not that much crazy. I mean, I've seen my team make it to like 11 to 12 straight playoff.
No, and I get that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you got to think that Kansas City's even though they only got, I think, they got 2 rings out of that 9 years, right?
Three.
I think it's a 3. Okay, I'm sorry, 3 rings. That's not bad. That's that's close to a 50% Super Bowl win rate.
It's terrible. Fake dynasty. It's terrible.
I don't know if it's a fake dynasty.
Don't ever compare Patrick Mahomes with Tom Brady. Don't ever compare Travis Kelce with Rob Gronkowski. Don't ever compare the Kansas City Chiefs to the New England Patriots. And don't ever compare Andy Reid to the great Bill Belichick. All right, just don't. All right, you can't.
My only knock on Gronk was the fact that he got hurt a lot. Like that lower back of his, God, he used to go down all the time with that damn lower back. How many games he missed with that lower back?
That's because he's a B. He don't care. He'll take the hit. He's not Travis Kelce. He's not like, oh my God, no, I got Taylor Swift up there. I can't get hurt. No, he's not like that. He's like, I'm a football man. You seen it when he got drafted. He went on that stadium. He put that helmet on. He started with his family. I've never seen it before.
I still call that the Taylor Swift effect on Kelce. I feel like if Taylor Swift and Gronkowski would have hooked up back in them days when he was going through that, I think maybe even he would have felt that Taylor Swift effect.
I don't even think that can even work out. You have to have an IQ way too high, and Rob Gronkowski does not have a high IQ.
I don't know, but for a guy that's considered to be one of the best tight ends ever, Travis Kelce drops an awful lot of fucking passes.
Yeah. What do you say about this last game? We got to do more about fix our performance or something like that. I'm like, no, dude, just catch the freaking ball, bro.
Well, if he catches the ball and if the Kansas City receivers catch the ball, Kansas City probably beats Houston in that game the other day.
Probably, but they didn't. That's the problem. You're right. You got to catch the damn ball if you want to win.
Drops killed Kansas City in that game on the offensive side of the ball.
I still feel like the lack of a run game because Pacheco and Kareem Hunt aren't getting the job done on that run game. I still think that run game is hurting them as well. I think it makes them a little bit more one-dimensional on that offense.
You know what? This is funny to me. This is funny to me because, Joe, the only way the Cowboys could be – and I'm not trying to knock – I don't want Jay coming at me. All right? I don't want Jay coming at me. But the only way y'all could be NFC East champions is if y'all win out. You have to win out. And I get it, you guys got 1-1 against the Eagles, but that tie ruins everything. That tie ruins everything.
The only thing I will say about that, and I don't want to give anybody any kind of false hopes, or Joe, I don't want you getting false hopes on this, even though I know you're way up here. And listen, I'm a fan too, Bubba Buzz. I'm also an analyst, and I got to look at this objectively. And objectively, when you look at the Cowboys, mathematically, they're not eliminated, right? If the Chargers really are the only team on the Cowboys slate that can give them fits, right? And we've seen what they can do. We saw what they did against the Eagles, even though I feel like
who else do they play?
Yeah, they play the Chiefs and the Giants.
They could lose to the Chiefs.
No, we don't play the Chiefs. We've already played the Chiefs.
You said the
Chargers and the Commanders. I'm sorry, I meant Commanders. Commanders, because we still got the Commanders and we got the Giants and we got the Chargers. That's our remaining teams.
You could lose all 3 of those games.
See, that's just a fan in you. That's just the hate coming out.
It's being serious. Like I watched you guys get beat. I watched you guys get beat 30-0 by the Panthers. Like anything's possible. You could lose. I'm not saying you're going to lose those games, but it is possible that you could lose those games. You can be beat by anybody.
He said, "I see you guys get blown out 30-0."
Gotta make sure my headphones are working correctly. I thought I heard you say some crazy shit.
I mean, it's true.
No, it's not. Right. It's not true. No, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this BS. No.
You can lose to anybody.
And this is not the fan.
Any team can lose their next 3 games, no matter who.
Okay. And on any given Sunday, okay, if we want to go move, okay, I get it. But here's the problem I have. Number one, there's a lot of problems I have, but these are a couple of problems I have. Number one, with the Commanders, there is no Jaden Daniels because Mariota will step in. There's no Zach Ertz. So the next guy, whoever their tight end after that, I don't even know who their backup tight end is, but he's going to have to shoulder that load. They really don't have much of a run game. I don't expect much out of the Commanders. I really don't. And if the Cowboys lose to Commanders, then that's not the Commanders' bid. That means there's something going on over the Cowboy land because we have a good enough team to beat the damn Commanders. No problem, especially with the injuries. Look at New York. Same thing with New York. They got injuries too, right? Dart's not there, or Dart probably is there, but he cleared concussion, so I think he is playing. But they don't have Malik Neighbors. They don't have their number one running back, right, in Scatterbo. They do have Tracy. I'm not going to say that Tracy can't get the job done or Singletary, but I don't. I mean, if the Cowboys lose to the Giants or if they lose to the Commanders, then they don't belong there. Because these are games. Look, everybody knows these are give me games. New York Commanders
lose to the Vikings as well.
Come on, man. That's the same. That's a repeat record. What are we talking about? All three of those teams. Neither one of those teams are legit teams, and you know that. My thing is
this is showing your fandom.
No, it's not showing fandom. It's not. Do you believe that JJ McCarthy is going to lead this team? Minnesota has not done anything against anybody this year. We all know that. Everybody knows that. I'm not saying that yes. Can the Cowboys lose to these teams? Yes, anybody can lose. You're right. But I'm saying if the Cowboys do lose to these teams, they didn't belong in the playoffs to begin with. And what are we even talking about?
That's what I'm telling you.
I get that. Anyway. See, there you go with that bullshit. But anyway, let me come back to the right just for a second. Let me come to the more plausible thing than the Cowboys winning out would be the fact that I don't see the Eagles losing to. The Bills are the toughest team they have left on their opponent, right? They're the only team that's above 500. Everybody else they're playing is below 500. So I don't really – I think they got the Raiders, I think, Sunday, and then they got the Buffalo Bills, and then they got somebody else after that. But nothing of any importance. So I think it's more plausible – that we would lose before the Eagles lose. And that's why I don't think we make the playoffs, because I don't see the Eagles losing 2 games. I don't see that. We have to win out, they'd have to lose 2. That's our best shot at getting in the playoffs. And I just don't see that scenario happen. But I will say this, and I'm gonna end it on this. We have seen the Eagles, and they haven't looked good on offense. They've looked pretty good on defense, but that offense looked bad. And on any given side, we've seen them lose to the Giants. We've seen them lose to other lower ranked teams.
You think the Giants can beat the Eagles, but you don't think the Giants can beat the Cowboys?
No,
what are you over there smoking?
Finish? Can I finish? I knew you were going to go there. And I already got the answer for you. When the Giants beat the Eagles, I will give them, they did have Scatterbo. They did have a healthy. I mean, that team was a little bit different than it is now, right? Offensively, they're different, right? But the bottom line is it's going to take the Eagles to drop 2. It's going to take us to win out. And I just don't think the Eagles are going to drop 2. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay, hey, are the Cowboys a better team than the Chicago Bears?
No, not right now. We're not.
You said Minnesota hasn't beat anybody.
We're not. And
let me finish. Yeah. Let me finish. You said Minnesota Vikings hasn't beat anybody, so they wouldn't be able to beat the Cowboys. But the Vikings have beat the Bears twice this year. So the Vikings have beat somebody. Just saying.
I mean,
you can tell yourself that all day long, and maybe you'll convince yourself that that's actually true. But I mean,
Vikings.
No. The fact that they won is true, but the fact that you think that Vikings team, I don't know, man. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I'm not saying they're going to, but they're capable of beating the Cowboys.
I just feel like we have a much better offense than the Vikings do, and I do believe that our defense, now that we've added Wilson and we've added Kenyon Williams and things of that nature, that our run game is looking pretty good. The only weakness I see on Dallas's defense, and I think we all agree, is the fact that their secondary is suspect and their pass rush has been a little bit delayed. So those are really the 2 weaknesses of the Cowboys. The offense is not a weakness. It's definitely those 2 points that I pointed out that I think are our biggest weaknesses. And those are big weaknesses.
I just want to say to Joe that, like, I don't know why he's coming at me. I'm sitting here laughing. This didn't even start with me. This started with Chris saying something to Jay about the Cowboys.
If I remember right.
He's like, Frankie, worry about Buffalo, blah, blah, blah. Like, what did I do? I didn't do that. I'm just laughing. I don't need to worry about Buffalo.
Oh, no. The fact that you got Patriots on that logo right now, that's just hate.
All day, I got Patriots on it. I got the Patriots name. Hey, and guess what? I got the best record on it as well.
Hey, let me ask you. I do have one question off topic, but I have, and I wanted to ask this when we were talking baseball, but I didn't have a chance. And I wanted to ask you guys this question. Do you think now that the Dodgers are starting to slowly become the evil empire and the Yankees are kind of going to be relinquishing that, the way that they're buying people and doing what they're doing? Or do you still think the evil empire still belongs to the Yankees?
Well, I mean, are the Cowboys slowly degenerating from being America's team?
Man, I'll tell you, for the last 30 years, it sure seems that way. I mean, I can admit that. We haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. So I mean, it is what it is, right?
There's an answer for you. We haven't been the evil empire in the last 16 years, I guess, right? So there you go.
Hey, I'm glad you realized that you're over the halfway hump now to 30 years of bullshit. Great job, Yankees. We all have that one, Frankie. We all have that one.
Yeah. I remember you said that about the Patriots too, but then now you're just upset that we're out top.
Man, I'll tell you, you're living in a great time right now, Frankie. The 2000s, ever since 2000 started, man, you know, the Patriots blew up and done great things. You know, you're living in a good time right now.
I had a 10-year gap without a Super Bowl. So, I mean, I've seen playoff appearances. I've seen AFC championships. I've seen Super Bowl appearances, 2 of them, and we lost them. But I went a 10-year gap without winning a Super Bowl. So I'm glad that this one went. I'm glad that this one's a little bit quicker than the last. I just want to win a playoff game. I just want to win a playoff game.
You want to win a playoff game? Don't come to me talking about winning no damn playoff game. I ain't seen a playoff game since you've been alive.
One at a time. You know, I just want to win a playoff game. Listen, we went to the playoffs with Mac Jones and we didn't win it. All right. Now we're back got to get a chance to make it back to the playoffs. Now I just want to win one. All right. And then after that, I'll worry about winning another one. Then after that, hopefully worry about winning a Super Bowl. That's right. I said 2 wins in the playoffs. You want to know why? Because I know the Broncos are going to lose at one of those games and we're going to end up with the number 1 seed. Let's go.
Probably end the show on that comment and that comment alone, probably because nobody believes it, but we're gonna roll with it. All right, guys, hey, we're at the top of the hour, man. Anybody else got anything y'all want to mention or talk about real quick before we get out the door?
Yeah, I really hope that Joe goes see a doctor in Italy because he needs to get his brain checked. I don't understand. I mean, it's just you. There's a point in life where you could be way too biased, but then there's a point in life where you have to actually open your eyes and realize, like, you know, I'm tired of saying we're going to make the Super Bowl. I'm tired of saying we're the best team in the division. Your division, this is the first time I've seen your division in a long time where a team has won back-to-back divisions in the NFC East. So, I mean, I don't know why. Joe just needs to – Joe, you're a good guy. You're a a dumb guy.
And on that note –
I got one question for you, Jay. Who does Texas play first round in the college football playoffs? and who is the number 1 seed in the college football playoffs?
Okay. So this is where we're gonna go. This is all we're gonna do. That's all we're gonna do. Okay. No. Frankie, he asked me the question. Frankie, with all due respect, he asked me the question. Relax. Okay, we're gonna go there. That's fine. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and let's let it flow. First off, I want to say about my Longhorns. Texas tough. We still play bowl games, even though we didn't make it in. Screw Notre Dame. All right, number 1. Number two. I was gonna, if my Cowboys didn't make the playoffs, which is looking like that way, I was going to actually kind of pull for the Colts a little bit because I feel like with all the injuries that your state has gone through in the multiple sports, I kind of feel like you and Tony, y'all need a Super Bowl win to kind of ease your spirits up a little bit. But now, hold on, no. But now, Chris, you know what? I hope y'all lose. I hope your center gets a hang toe and can't play anymore. I hope your coach stumbles over a cheerleader and pokes his eye out on her horn. I hope all kinds of bad things. Mr. Pinky! Mr. Pinky, bring the doll over here. I'm doing all kinds. I'm going to do voodoo. I don't know about voodoo. Lord, I apologize. I'm a Christian. I apologize. But with that being said, I just like how you wanted to pull that out. Yes, Indiana, number 1. Not going to take that away from you. You deserved it. You got it. It's yours. Now you got to win the title. It's not enough to be number 1. Now you got to win the title. Number 2, yes, we are number 13th place, and we are not making it. Does that make you feel better?
No, not really. Good? It don't make me feel better, but it's nice to hear you say it.
Hey, I'm all about sharing the love. Hey, look, I can admit with my team.
Real quick.
It's all good.
Real quick, before we do get off here. Last night, I was having trouble sleeping because of pain and stuff. So I ended up watching Curt Cignetti's press conference when he first got hired by you. I remember watching it 2 years ago when it happened, but I just rewatched it last night. And it's crazy because if you watch that, he told everybody exactly what he was going to fucking do. I mean, to a T. How he was going to do it, what he was going to do, that what he'd done everywhere else he was, and why it was going to be the same here. And it's basically happened to a T. What he said in that press conference. When you watch it, it's kind of wild.
It's almost like he's calling the future before the future happens. Yeah, I got you. Hey, can't take nothing away from Cignetti. He's done a hell of a job for you guys.
And then what Frankie mentioned Saturday night, we find out who wins the Heisman.
But I think we all kind of know. I think if Mendoza doesn't come with the Heisman, there's going to be a ripple effect from that. I think everybody knows that. Even I know that. I don't know how you win the Big Ten championship. Your team hasn't been there in forever. Why would, and then you're the quarterback leading the way. You get knocked out. Your brother comes in. You come back out. You finish the game. You tell nobody, hey, I got a hit. I don't care. I'm a football player. Let's go. That's all the kind of stuff you want to hear from your Heisman.
So that's got nothing to do with it. That got nothing to do with it because
see, here comes Bama trying to chirp in from the cheap seats.
It got nothing to do with Bama because none of my Bama players are in the Heisman finalists. I don't care. No, what I'm going to say is Travis Hunter won a Heisman Trophy, and his team wasn't even in the freaking playoffs when he won it.
Yeah. But that's a special circumstance. That dude was a two-way player playing two-way. That's like saying Otani. Why is Otani get? Well, he's a two-way player. Two-way players, as long as they're good at being a two-way player, the reward's theirs.
If you watch, like, and I know you guys watch quite a bit of college football, but if you watch Mendoza, really, and I'm not saying this because I'm an IU fan, he deserves it. The moments he had, the plays he made in big plays, big throws at the end of the games and stuff, I believe he deserves it.
But see, Chris, what I like about Mendoza is much more than just that. I like his character. I like who he is. Awesome. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have good character, if you don't have good work ethics, if you don't have a professional, there's a lot of things for me. If I'm drafted a quarterback in the NFL that I'm looking for, and yes, you got to have the physical talents, but I always look at what's this guy on the inside? Because who is he on the inside? Because I need a leader as well as a talented player. And I think that Tom Brady had that, right? Peyton Manning had that. All the great quarterbacks had those types of characteristics. And if everything I've seen of Mendoza, he seems to be that kind of kid. So I do see him doing big things in the NFL when he gets to that level. And that's not me just trying to kid nobody. That's really how I view that.
I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be good. Do real well in the NFL. I think he'll translate well in the NFL, his leadership style, and then he's so accurate throwing the football, man. And
I wonder who's going to wind up drafting him. God, if it's the Jets, they're going to ruin him. The Jets are going to ruin him.
I was just about to say that right now. So as the draft order stands right now, the top three will be: number 1 is the Giants, number 2 Raiders, number 3 Titans.
Raiders.
Yes, that is. He is projected to go number 2 overall to the Las Vegas Raiders as a quarterback. Number 1 will be I think it was. All right, no, don't put those back. Number 1 is going to be an edge rusher for the Giants.
Right.
But before we head out of here, I got a couple news. Geno Smith not playing this Sunday. He is out right now. Kenny Pickett set to start. That's right, Super Bowl winning quarterback Kenny Pickett.
They should have done that a long time ago.
They should have done that a long time ago. You're right, because he was the last quarterback on that field to win a Super Bowl. So he's the actual Super Bowl winning quarterback of last year's Super Bowl. So Kenny Pickett will be starting for the Raiders this upcoming weekend. Also, in other news, Mike Evans, ladies and gentlemen, yes, that is true. Mike Evans is officially off IR. He has returned, and he is returning to the Buccaneers lineup this week to suit up and play. And Baker Mayfield finally gets some help back. He got Bucky Irvin back a couple weeks ago. You're getting Mike Evans back. Are we going to see the Buccaneers from the beginning of the year come back? But don't jump too far into it, because when Mike Evans came back from his injury last time, he ended up getting hurt a couple plays in. So be on the lookout for that. And other news, when you guys want to, keep updates and stuff like that, please follow us on our Twitter account. I post up everything for us there on Twitter, and I will keep up the news updates on who will be starting, who's going to be inactive, who's going to be active, who's coming out of IR, who's going to IR. Even for Chris probably knows this already, but Tre'Davious Ward is heading on IR for the Colts, so that's a big loss on the Colts defense. For those of you who don't know. So like I said, follow us on Twitter, and I'll keep you guys updated on all your teams. If it's not up there, please DM me, and I'll make sure to get that up there for you guys, so you guys get updated on your teams if you guys aren't updated already.
There you have it, folks. Twitter, Frankie C, ESEN. Find it in our link tree. Takes all of our places where we put out content. If you don't have it, if you don't know where to go, and on behalf of Tony, Chris, Foxborough, Frankie C, and your boy Jay McLovin, man, it's been a pleasure, man. Joe, appreciate you hanging out with us. Big Glenn, appreciate you hanging out with us, man, and we'll catch you on the flip.